So, the following proposal is an inspection service provider and platform for critical assets management. Please welcome Skyebase.
So, I brought some stuff. Let's see. Okay, hi everyone. My name is Jean-Louis. I'm one of the founders of Skyebase. In total, we're with 4 founders. I'm doing the business and the finance part in the company. What is Skyebase actually doing? Skyebase is combining drones and AI for industrial inspections by doing 2 types of activities. One activity is data collection with drones in the air, on the land, in the water, and with fixed installations. And the other activity is the development of asset inspection platforms for the industry. What problem are we trying to solve, or are we solving? What you see in the industry and also in container terminals, that there are aging assets which have to be inspected. They are heavily used, so inspections are needed and can be done in a very smart or in a smarter way than it is done today. So over here, industrial installations, how are inspections actually done today? You have like several methods. What you see today, that they are working with alpinists, with rope techniques, with aerial platforms, with scaffolding, which is very expensive, with manual inspections. Experts are present on the terrain during an inspection, and in the industry, they're working with PDF reporting, so with static data, not with digital data. So it cannot be used for trend analysis, for example. Over here, we have a movie about the future, what the need is of the customer and how they want it in the future in a more digital way on a container terminal. So I'm going to show you that and how that works.
Tijdens het preventieve onderhoud van onze techniekers wordt er soms opgemerkt dat op bepaalde delen van de structuur die niet bereikbaar zijn, roestplekken voorkomen. Via deze inspectie kunnen we bekijken of dat die roestplekken effectief alleen maar roestvlekken zijn of dat er een schade is aan de structuur op zich.
En daarnaast biedt het ook heel veel bijkomende digitale data.
Gecombineerd met artificiële intelligentie voor het verwerken van al die data tot bruikbare onderhoudsinzichten die dan gebruikt kunnen worden voor het uitvoeren van preventief onderhoud en de planning ervan.
Inspecties met drones en hoogtechnologische camera's bieden zeker een toegevoegde waarde voor onze klanten.
So over here you can see an example of an application of drones and AI. If you look at the 5G and the implementation of the 5G in the process, we can use it in various steps. We have defined an inspection process from defining the scope until digital reporting, and especially in the execution phase and in the data transfer phase, we need 5G. And why do we need 5G over there? As you've seen, inspections are performed with inspectors on the job. They are present on the job, on the crane. In the future, we want to do it with drones. We already do it with drones. Let's say in the first case, the inspector can be in the command vehicle and looking at the inspection images on the terrain, and the images are streamed towards a television or to a goggle. In the more advanced way, we're working with an inspection expert center where the experts are located somewhere in the world. We have a specific expert center, for example, for ship-to-shore cranes, based in Antwerp or in Rotterdam. Inspections can be performed on the other side of the world, and with 5G, the inspector, the expert, can be present during that inspection. So we can, let's say, centralize the inspections in a much more interesting way. Secondly, for data transfer, we sometimes also need process data on the job. So while inspecting, we can already use a 5G connection. We can already let the algorithms work to process the data so that we can use it during the inspections And after the inspection, it's also interesting to send the information directly to the reporting team to have the reports ready as fast as possible. So we talked about inspection experts centers. We're already building one with SGS at this point for the inspection of ship-to-shore cranes. So all the inspectors are located on one particular place and can perform inspections all over the world with the 5G connection and be present with a screen by logging in with a computer or using the goggle. Another way, if it's mandatory by the law, we can also be present on site and we do the same trick. Then it's not in an, let's say, centralized expert center, but then it's in a command vehicle and the data can be streamed towards the command vehicle. 5G for us is an interconnector. What do we mean with interconnector? We do the inspections with drones. This is an example of an indoor inspection drone. The drone that captures data on site can be streamed towards the van, can also be processed off-site directly by our data transfer or our data center, and inspectors, if necessary, can also be present on a special location in the expert center. But the importance is that it's going quickly. So we can't have the situation that the data is going too slow. It has to go quickly. Okay, so finally the objective. We want to live stream data from the drones. That's an important one. We want to transfer the data quickly. We want to do preventive maintenance. And we use, therefore, the interconnection. Our future vision is that there are no people present anymore in the future on the terrain. Only the drones are present on the terrain and the people are sitting in the expert center. So we have, let's say, a remote solution. And at the end, by doing this, we have less emissions because we don't have to move anymore. We can stay on a certain location. Only the drone has to go into the air and we stay on a certain location. So less road traffic and the expert time of our experts is used in a more efficient way. More, let's say, more specialism present on site, and also, this is also a solution which can be deployed on a worldwide level. The market, for example, of ship-to-shore cranes is an international market. Finally, the end product for the customer is a digital asset inspection platform which we have developed. And let's say what the customer wants is maintenance insights. So the end product is maintenance insights as a service. And the 5G helps us to achieve that specific goal. Okay, a lot of information, a lot of words on this slide. But I think the most important one to remember is that we need faster working for the inspections and more insights, more asset uptime, faster reporting to the customers, experts from all over the world present on the inspection job. We can also use it for fast responder actions. Let's say if we have accidents or something, better maintenance is less emission, and less movements means more remote and also less emission. So over here I have some examples which we already do today. So the port crane one I already showed to you. Another one is tank inspections, indoor tank inspections where you need like tank assessors for. And on the other side, wall thickness measurements of storage tanks where you need UT experts for, which can also be present in the expert center. Okay. This was my presentation. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, please pose them. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Any questions from the jury?
Question that's asked to other members, other pitches as well. So what will be your next step with the 5G app if you're winning the competition? What would you like to achieve together?
Using the 5G to develop the remote inspection solution. in one sentence.
Clear?
What I cannot judge, I'm not in this business myself. How unique is your solution? There's many drone usage providers out there. How unique are you?
Quite. That's a short answer. No, what do you see? It's right. When you Google drone inspection or drone companies, you see a lot of drone companies, and that's correct. But the combination between data collection and building asset inspection platforms, that's a unique one. And when you want to be unique in our sector, you have to choose your assets. So we're focusing at this point on tanks and on ship-to-shore cranes in container terminals, which is quite a huge market. So in that sense, we are unique with that, let's say, cocktail.
Is the way of inspecting already allowed by notifying bodies?
Today, and that's a very good question, today an inspector has to be present on the job. So present means he can also be in the van, in the command vehicle, but he has to be present. The next step will be the remote one. So they're already, let's say, preparing it in order to go to the next step. And it's always first solution and then the law. And they also have like the right buttons to click on to go to the legislation.
Big round of applause for Skyebase.
It was not
Sorry, Andy. 30 seconds.
Including answer?
Go, go, go.
Okay, very quickly. I saw a lot of SDGs, but what's really for you the major SDG you would say this is sustainable?
For me, there are a lot of inspectors traveling all over the world to do their thing. So one is focusing, for example, on tanks, another one is on windmills. They're traveling a lot, so we reduce traveling. That's one thing. I think another one is when you have
30 seconds, and you only were mentioned to one, huh? So you mentioned it.
That one.
Okay. Sorry, I'm helping you.
Thank you.